Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, that last phrase of music at the very end, where there are like hi. Hi, welcome to another video. I'm a little wary of this song. Welcome back, welcome if you're new. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm a little wary of this song. Mostly because I've been watching Hodong's dance thing. I don't remember what it's called. Or Shindong's dance school, something like that. But anyway, that's not the point. I've been watching Hodong learn how to dance on the YouTubes, and the last two episodes were used to chronicle the progress of Hodong learning the dance for DUMDi by I-DLE, G-I-DLE. Anyways, which is a song that I'm going to be reacting to now. But because I've been hearing the song, I don't know how I feel about it. I got a very small snippet of it on Today's One Night, like weeks before, because of some stuff that they were doing, and we ended up like getting a little taste of the song. But this is why, let me just set this down. This is why my love for girl groups wanes, because they will put out some bomb shit. I mean, really good shit. Like, I-DLE just came out with Oh My God. I think the last release that I can remember was Oh My God, and I was like, oh my god, this is great. They've come up with things like Lion and I can't remember some of the other songs, it's slipping my mind, but they've had such great releases that I was like, yo, I am sorry that I've been sleeping on you. There are some things that, questionable things about I-DLE specifically, that I'm gonna have to navigate my feelings around. However, in general, for girl groups, it's like they come up with some bomb stuff and then they disappoint me. And I don't want to preemptively go into this song thinking that I will be disappointed, but after what I heard, I was just like, oh, there is a part of me that's just like, but girl, you could have done something else. Anyway, you have to make our money sometime, and I've been talking too long. I might cut out some of this because God knows I've been talking too long. And let's just get into it. I-DLE, G-I-DLE, DUMDi DUMDi. See how this one works. When the sun strikes, heart of the... I don't even care. I don't even care. How long is this? Why is this video 5 minutes long? I was wondering, what is all of this, you know? I low-key hate videos that... I hate when videos just have a whole thing going on. Which is why I can't watch music videos or just play the music video in the background while I do something else. Where do you get all these non-Korean people to be in the music videos? I know I'm late, but I'm not. This hasn't been a year. It hasn't been out for a year, so I don't understand. Low-key, that makes sense. Her specifically being right there in that setting makes sense. Oh my goodness. I really need the music video to start, or the music to start. And then this doesn't make sense because I've heard, like I said, I've heard the song, even parts of it, and this does not fit into how the song sounds. Like, I'll just let it. I'm just gonna see what happens. Okay, I'm hearing, seeing some sexual innuendos. Is that just me? And then again, I don't understand what the storyline is supposed to like. There's no storyline, it's just we're in the outback, but we're gonna sing a Indo Afro hip hop song. After all that country, and it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's very catchy now. Where the hell that come from? No, you see, I just have thoughts of like foam party at Jamaica. And you know, so the foam dirty. Like once you reach past a certain time of night, the foam dirty. Don't go in there. That's all I can think of. I want one as well.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, that last phrase of music at the very end, where there are like the round of campfire thing, did already feel a little iffy to me, but that last few seconds, that last chorus and so on, felt very dancehall-y to me. But you can easily argue that it has its roots in African music, because that's where dancehall has its roots in. Hey. So here's a conversation that is playing out in my head. It's a conversation that was had earlier today. I don't remember how it started, because my mother had said something, and then we kind of went off into some other stuff, and the basis or the conclusion that we came to is that the problem with the use of other people's music, other cultures' music, isn't she mentioned something about cultural appropriation, which I hate that term because it's misused a lot. The problem isn't that we're appropriating culture. I appropriate culture all the time, and I may not even know it, but I know I'm appropriating our culture. However, the problem isn't the appropriation of culture, because that happens without people knowing. It's a misappropriation. See, I don't want to go into this in a music video reaction, but okay. But you know, it's Giddle, and I knew I was going to be disappointed. I knew I was going to feel iffy about their music, and I do, so I'm going to talk about it. But really quickly, the misappropriation of the culture is the problem, and a lot of the times what constitutes as misappropriation, especially in this context, and that context being Korean music, the Korean musicians' use of other cultures' music, mainly black, I gotta be honest with ourselves here, is that they don't give the proper credit. They don't give credit to where it's due. Not everybody. One example that came up in the conversation that just won't leave my mind is Crush. Crush is very open about the fact that he's what's that word? He's influenced by these black singers, and he's a fan of them. He's not like, okay, this song good, I'm gonna take it. He's a fan of a lot of these people. He listens to their music. It's not just let me take a piece of this, take a piece of that, and call it George. Like, the problem with the use of a lot of, especially black music and black music elements, is that they act like they tell this out to the mass, and like, that's not the case, and you know that's not the case. So don't act like that. I'm not saying that's what they're doing here. I'm just saying that last part, like, everything else was fine. I was even starting to groove to it. I was overlooking how I felt about it, and that last part just made me feel icky. I was just like, oh girl, you steal it from all the blacks. You steal it from all the blacks. You steal it from all the other, like. So yeah, I have my reservations about Giddle. I feel like a lot of them, because another song, what's that song? Was a performance that people were just like, dog, you're doing it again. But yeah, I think DUMDi is a group that is, or can be, very great. They can be, you know, like a strong group in general, not just a girl group, although that's real. I don't feel strong about girl groups, so, but it can be argued that they can be a strong group, girl group or in general, but they keep doing stuff that makes people go, are you sure you want to do that? Because it looks a little different over here, and I don't know if they're, again, this is long after something else will happen and come up from one different song or perform. I don't even remember it properly. But like you have to show people that you get what they're saying. I don't know. I don't pay attention, and I will admit that I don't pay attention to things enough to be like, yo, they're not doing this and I'm not doing that. You have to show people. You have to be very overt and showing people like, hey, I get it. This is not what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. So one thing I'm glad for is that they didn't do a clothing thing as well. If they did, I probably missed it because I was also trying to do that lyrics, which is why I think that's homosexuality and the thing that was going on in the first verse. But like, they didn't do like a very obvious, like, I mean, what's her name? Minnie? Minnie's the only person I was kind of pushing it like with the hippie vibe, but hippies exist outside of race. I've come to accept and realize. So, I'm gonna probably cut out a lot of what I said. So I feel like I just talked too much. Still gonna keep the conversation, but like I talk too much. And I was gonna end the video here. I still don't have an outro, so there's a red button and a blue button. You can give them passing glances. There's a black line that requires you to comment. YouTube says it's supposed to be there, so I'm gonna work with it. I like talking to you guys, so that's up to you. And I will see you in another video. Definitely with better vibes. I promise you I'll be up here next time. Hello and welcome to One Verse. This is a podcast where I talk about my favorite Korean artists by looking at some of the verses that they've done, but just one verse from each song.